Iniziamo allora la seconda diretta live streaming di oggi dopo aver raccontato una bellissima prima prova, la quarta prova del programma generale del campionato del mondo Melges 24. Per chi si fosse collegato soltanto adesso, ancora buongiorno da Andrea Falcon.
Mauro Melandri.
Andiamo sempre in inglese per rispetto e perché siamo molto ospitali noi italiani nei confronti, sempre stati esterofili noi italiani. Questa è però un po' un'esclusiva in italiano, sempre qui dalla sede dello Club Adriatico, perché abbiamo un grandissimo ospite che è venuto a trovarci, il presidente della Federazione Italiana Vela, Francesco Torre. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Allora, ti trovi a Trieste, sei venuto a, giustamente, c'è un mondiale Melges 24, uno yacht club prestigioso come l'Adriaco, ma tanto tu sei presente sempre, ovunque, non esistono eventi minori, però insomma, permettetemi la licenza poetica, Francesco Ettore è un presidente molto presente, ammazza quanto lavori, H24, 7 giorni, c'è casa tua, quant'è che non la vedi?
Tanto. Tanto. No, però non era possibile non essere qui. Come dicevi tu, innanzitutto un evento di natura mondiale, di una classe importantissima, tantissimi nomi, non solo il numero, ma anche tanti nomi di grandissimi atleti in un yachting club assolutamente storico, quindi c'erano tutte le condizioni, ma poi la cosa importante sono le tantissime regate internazionali che il nostro paese sta ospitando in questi mesi, in questo anno, quindi questo è un coronamento di un percorso molto molto importante.
Poi tanto, insomma, mi sa che queste settimane ti capiterà spesso di venire a Trieste, insomma, non dobbiamo promuovere noi la barcolana,
Assolutamente.
quella si promuove da sola, domenica prossima trofeo Bernetti, eccetera, eccetera. Insomma, qui abbiamo avuto difficoltà con le condizioni meteo, pensa, oggi è l'ultima giornata di regata, la quinta giornata di regata e stiamo in attesa di disputare la quinta prova. Però lo Yacht Club Adriaco ne esce alla grande perché veramente, ma ha detto anche dagli stranieri, cioè non si è vista una persona arrabbiata in banchina perché c'è un terzo tempo,
Cioè,
rubando la parola rugby, eccezionale.
posso confermare, sono arrivato ieri, io dico sempre che non possiamo fare riferimento alle condizioni meteo, uno sport come il nostro, chiunque lo pratica sa che deve assecondare le condizioni meteo, la cosa brutta magari è quando c'è vento e non riesce a fare le regate, ma quando non c'è non si può fare assolutamente nulla e lo Yachting Club sicuramente ha mostrato grande possibilità e capacità organizzativa.
Quella che stiamo vedendo adesso è la barca comitato dello Yacht Club Adriaco, quindi stiamo rilassati, c'è una bandiera arancione su, significa che il campo di regata è posizionato, ma le procedure di partenza al momento ancora non sono iniziate, anche se vedo qualcuno lì con la bandierina della classe che potrebbero essere i 5 minuti. Federico Boico torna un attimo in studio con noi. Presidente, vedi qua davanti qua che belle medaglie. Ci sono state polemiche nelle ultime edizioni delle Olimpiadi, non tutte, dove dicevano le medaglie sono brutte, queste però bisogna dire che sono proprio belle, no?
Assolutamente, assolutamente. La medaglia è una medaglia poi, tonda, quadrata, però è sempre medaglia.
Andrea, volevo chiedere una cosa al nostro presidente federale. Abbiamo parlato del fatto che abbiamo avuto dei problemi con le condizioni meteo, però c'è stata grande positività da parte degli equipaggi relativamente all'ospitalità ricevuta da parte dello Yacht Club Adriaco. Quanto è importante poter contare sull'esperienza, sul saper fare e sull'accoglienza di yacht club che hanno la storia di Yacht Club Adriaco per salvare comunque una manifestazione che soffre anche dei problemi di poco vento?
Ma è fondamentale, cioè il fatto che oggi in Italia arrivino tanti eventi internazionali è proprio frutto della capacità organizzativa di tanti yachting club, l'Adriaco chiaramente è uno di questi, e la capacità proprio è di sopperire ad alcune, come dicevamo prima, condizioni meteo, perché su quelle non possiamo sicuramente agire. Quindi ieri ho notato tantissimi che ho incontrato soddisfatti dell'organizzazione, anche tutto il corpo dei giudici, degli stazzatori, quindi tutto quello che gira attorno a un evento. Questo è fondamentale, va dato merito al presidente, va dato merito a tutto il board dello Yachting Club, che organizzare eventi di questa caratura è un impegno, non solo un dispendio economico, ma anche un dispendio di grandi energie.
Allora, Francesco, mentre stavi parlando, siamo tornati un attimo sulle immagini perché sono 5 minuti alla partenza e od ora uniform flag, quindi parte il conto alla rovescia dei 4 minuti per la partenza della seconda prova odierna, ma quello che è molto importante dire per la quinta prova del programma generale. Perché è importante la quinta prova? L'abbiamo già detto nelle cronache precedenti, perché con la quinta prova entrerà in gioco lo scarto. Ora vediamo un po' se Mauro Melandri prima ha fatto bene i conti, perché
No, ho fatto un errore,
fammi
Andrea.
finire di parlare, ora ti introduco.
Ma ho fatto un errore.
Perché hai fatto un errore, ora ce lo dirai. Noi lo sai che non abbiamo problemi ad ammettere i nostri errori, che poi non sono errori perché li hai fatti a mano i calcoli. Adesso abbiamo la classifica ufficiale dopo 4 prove, ripetiamo, senza lo scarto, e almeno, insomma, dici almeno i primi 5 della classifica e poi andiamo a bomba a seguire le procedure di partenza. Lo ricordiamo con la uniform flag issata.
Avevo considerato un terzo in più, ma non avevo sbagliato i primi due. Comanda la classifica Fargo con 16 punti, USA 856, Geo Fargo l'armatore, Sentinel la barca. Seconda posizione per Stramba Papà, Michele Paoletti, barca di casa, Ita 689, 19 punti. 25 punti Vladimir Prosikin, Team Nika, Monaco 860. E invece con 27, quarta e quinta posizione appaiati, Gamecock di Peter McKellen, USA 841, Ita 854, Paolo Brescia, Meggiaina.
So we are at 2 minutes and 20 seconds to the start of race number 5, second race of the day. You can see the race committee boat, uniform flag hoisted. We have the provisional ranking after 4 races. Sentinel is at the moment leading the standing with 16 points, then 3 points behind with 19 is Stramba Papa, and then with 25 points in third position is Nika, but there is no need to talk too much about this standing, because after this race, the fifth race, the discard will be taken into account, and the provisional ranking will become, of course, more definitive. So we now switch a little bit from Italian and English language, as we are hosting here, and this great honor for us. Francesco Torre, Presidente della Federazione Italiana Vela, of the Italian Sailing Federation, is now the uniform flag coming down. 3, 2, 1, uniform down. It's 1 minute to the start. What do you think, Mauro? We will see a general recall again or not?
I think that the fleet is now not so close to the starting line. They have time to accelerate. The fleet is spread all over the starting line, as you can see. So it means that we have a really equal starting line, and they are now approaching the line. We have a question coming from Marinella Gorgatto. What about the time limit for today? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Allora, Francesco e Torre, 24, 23, 22, proprio un flash, 20 secondi, ma qui ci scommettiamo i caffè, non è che rischiamo la denuncia. Secondo te ci sarà un richiamo generale oppure no?
Beh, le barche al centro della linea erano parecchio alte, però adesso con questa prospettiva non è facile capirlo, però insomma si vede che le barche erano...
Ok, so 3, 2, 1, let's see if
It could be a general recall.
general recall. So that's good for us, because then we can spend another 2-3 minutes with President Francesco Ettore. Allora c'è un richiamo generale che noi di solito lo soffriamo perché abbiamo fretta, vogliamo raccontare, e poi ci siamo un po' buttati nei panni del comitato di regata che ha fretta. Insomma, ieri c'è stata una decisione, una riunione per dire: ragazzi, facciamo in modo che il campionato sia valido anche con 3 prove. Però poi Mauro Melandri giustamente diceva: ragazzi, ma dov'è la novità? Il campionato precedente nella Baia di San Francisco proprio c'era già nelle istruzioni di regata sin da inizio il campionato valido con 3 prove, quindi ormai quindi dov'è il problema che un mondiale sia valido con 3 prove? Però insomma, in questo caso era per dire che a noi il richiamo generale fa comodo, così passiamo altri 2 minuti a parlare e poi ti liberiamo magari appena riniziano perché avrai sicuramente tanti altri impegni. Mauro.
Vogliamo dire che Barca Comitato si sta riflettendo sul rimuovere il pannello primo ripetitore. Ricordiamo la bandierina che vedete triangolare gialla e blu, che sta a indicare che abbiamo avuto una partenza nella quale il comitato ha considerato troppe barche fuori dalla linea e ha preferito il ripetitore per andare con una nuova procedura. Avevamo una uniform, quindi non ci saranno barche squalificate. Sicuramente la prossima sarà una partenza con black flag. Come si dice in inglese, I can't wait, non posso aspettare il momento della prossima regata, Andrea, perché ci porterà lo scarto e renderà completo questo campionato del mondo.
Sì, allora c'è una notizia che ci mette un po' di pressione, che è quella che proviene dal nostro team interno, per fortuna efficientissimo, con Stefano Bareggia, abbiamo detto più volte, produttore di questo live streaming. Poi abbiamo in barca i nostri cameraman Alberto Lucchi, che è il pilota del drone, Ettore Spezza con le immagini al basso. Siccome oggi col drone è un po' difficile volare, Alberto Lucchi ci sta dando tantissime informazioni. Il vento è a 12-14 nodi adesso, considerando che stamattina, Presidente, eravamo con 30 nodi, quindi per questo dobbiamo avere un po' di empatia con il comitato di regata che si è vista dimezzata la porzione di vento e hanno fretta, perché qui, ragazzi, portare a casa la quinta prova è importante.
Ma non è mai facile, anche perché sulla barca comitato, comunque sono i primi che vogliono fare regate, però è chiaro che poi ti imbatti in situazioni di richiami generali o altre situazioni che il tempo stringe, il limite del tempo si avvicina sempre di più. Insomma, quindi credo che in barca staranno particolarmente ragionando, ma bisognerebbe anche considerare gli equipaggi che chiaramente forzano, perché soprattutto in una giornata così corta probabilmente non si sanno ancora quante prove possiamo fare. È chiaro che è evidente che forzeranno.
Sì, infatti
Siamo in un'altra procedura adesso.
Sì, esatto, è quello per agganciarmi proprio al discorso del presidente. Infatti, vedete che il comitato di regata la sa questa cosa, che questo vento sta calando e va sfruttato, e vedete che proprio in un attimo è già risalita la bandiera di classe, che significa di nuovo meno, in questo momento, visto che già è stata a meno di 5 minuti dalla partenza. So International Melges 24 flag hoisted on the race committee boat, so less than 4 minutes. I give you the word now, Mauro, while I bet really more than one coffee now for a black flag.
It will be for sure a black flag start, but can you imagine, Andrea, the pressure on the Rasiaren and on Dark Energy? They are waiting for the start because they can get their own redress, while Rasiaren can go discarding the red that they had in the first race and they can jump in.
Black flag hoisted, 4 minutes to the start. E allora, Francesco Ettore, insomma, bandiera nera issata sulla barca comitato.
Beh, inevitabile. Credo inevitabile.
Inevitabile, infatti prima abbiamo avuto già nella prova precedente un richiamo generale, e poi devi vedere come erano tutti bravi con la
lo saranno anche ora, perché tra parentesi.
Ma ti devo dire una cosa, ma bravi in maniera imbarazzante, secondo me anche una lunghezza addirittura dietro la linea di partenza. Vabbè, noi giochiamo, stiamo qua e abbiamo vita facile, perché abbiamo il bellissimo bar al pian terreno dello Yacht Club Adriaco, stiamo su una bellissima terrazza, e quindi per noi il lavoro forse, anzi no, sicuramente è il lavoro più semplice. Ridici i tuoi programmi di giornata, sarai alla premiazione?
Sono alla premiazione, poi mi sposterò domani al Trofeo Coni. Settimana prossima sono di nuovo qui per l'Europeo ANSA 303, poi c'è Barcolana, Mondiale 2.4, Mondiale Nagara 14 FX, insomma questa settimana in Italia sono tantissimi eventi.
Sei cittadino onorario di Trieste alla fine di queste
Allora,
3 settimane.
Vengo con grande piacere.
Ma come si fa a non venire con grande piacere qui a Trieste, anche se ovviamente poi la propria casa è sempre la più bella. 2 minuti e 30 alla partenza. Francesco Ettore, puoi stare qui con noi, ci fa piacere. Se hai altri impegni da seguire, sentiti libero di alzarti o
seguo la partenza e poi
ti ringraziamo. Per noi è stato un grandissimo piacere averti qua. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to the start, Mauro.
Wind is blowing well on the race course here. This is the race number 5 of the Melges 24 World 2025 at Yacht Club Adriaco. This is the race that will bring inside of the ranking the discard, and we will have a complete ranking right after the end of this race. Great pressure on the race committee to go starting this race. Wind is still blowing, and I think that we will have an exciting and interesting race because the wind is still keeping blowing in double digit.
Yes, Mauro, it is very interesting to notice. We said it many times before that the reason why also we wanted to see more races is to see how was going to be calculated the red race for Laura Gronding, president of the class, the red race, and now in fact she magically was lifted up to 6th position because the red dress after the races that she could sail, it's a 4 and 7 for the first 2 races, and with 28 points, of course without discard, brings Laura Gronding of Dark Energy, president of the International Melges 24 class, to the 6th position. This is the case to say wow.
They are not so far away from the third step of the podium, now owned by Vladimir Prozikin, coming from Monaco with Team Nika. Is sailing along with a super lineup: Nick Asher, Michaela Wolf, bronze medalist at the Olympic, Michele Gregorato, and Giorgio Tortarolo.
Now I put under pressure our director Federico Boico because we are 15 seconds to the start. Can you switch really for 2 seconds to the tracking? Look the fleet well behind. Let's go live with Ettore Spezzas Imagine. Well done, Federico. 3, 2, 1. Start. So this is the start of 5th race. We should see what happens on the committee boat. We didn't see, but I think it's for sure a clear start. If somebody was over the line too early, we will feel sorry for them. They will be disqualified. The important thing is that it's not a general recall. Then let's spend some words again with President Ettore, and then we will go again to talk about this race. Allora, Francesco Ettore, insomma, una bellissima cosa tutto questo, il mondiale, il nostro live streaming, insomma, dai, stiamo tutti quanti crescendo, i velisti che vanno in barca, le classi, ma anche noi che la raccontiamo, non
Assolutamente,
credi?
questo fa bene alla vela, fa bene a chi si vuole appassionare a questo sport, fa bene al nostro mondo, quindi veramente grazie anche per questo, perché per noi è importante anche la comunicazione e poi i velisti, grandi velisti che si stanno divertendo fuori, sicuramente.
Benissimo Francesco Ettore, dai,
Grazie.
ti ringraziamo
Grazie a tutti voi.
Tantissimo, eravamo addirittura live a Piazza Unità di Trieste, quindi se ti capita di entrare lì in qualche bar, magari il caffè neanche te lo fanno pagare oggi, che ne so io. Dai, lo
Grazie.
sai, ci piace prenderci in giro da soli,
Grazie.
perché se ci
Grazie,
prendiamo,
Presidente.
se ci
Grazie a
prendiamo
tutti.
troppo sul serio, poi dopo allora non è più,
Non funziona.
non funziona, bravissimo, non funziona.
Mentre il nostro presidente federale ci saluta, I return to talk in English, guys. This is the beginning of race number 5
Grazie.
at the Melges 24 Worlds 2025 with Ela, that is now indicated as leader of this race. Then Vertigo had a great start on the medium position of the starting line. They are now sailing toward the right side, the left side of the race course, but we had a lot of changes because we had no wind shift in this moment, and the fleet is completely spread from the right to the left of the race course.
Yes, we were watching on the left side of the picture Norway 632 Stormfok. So for reason easy to understand, we are following the fleet from the right side of the course. What a spectacular. What a beautiful view of the fleet, all still packed on the background, the coast of the Gulf of Trieste. We have some less wind compared to the first race of today, but we are ready with some champagne sailing and not champagne for us because it is 16 minutes after 10, but we are really happy to say that the fifth race of the general schedule is on, so we have to follow this race with great happiness, also thinking that after this race we will have a ranking with a discard. As you mentioned before, it is a very tricky situation because Sentinel is first now after 4 races. They have a 10th place in the second race that they want to discard, and if things are going like this, Sentinel is now in first position. Would be easy for them to discard the 10th place. I mean, Sentinel is really going strong, and Mauro?
It's really is going really fast on the water. They are now between position number 10 and position number 6. You were stating that is still no time for us for the champagne, but someone is also stating that it's all the time to have a cup of champagne, and it could be that for someone it will happen in maybe less than 1 hour time. As you know, time limit is set for 3 in the afternoon. Bora is still blowing here, and we hope to have Bora still for a couple of hours to go having also another race. But we are so happy that this is the race that will bring inside of the ranking the discard. Laura Grondin is hoping to have another good race and to go climbing the ranking due to the redress granted for the first 2 races of the event. Right now, big names are coming out for race number 5. Nefelli is leading the pack on Vertigo. Dark Horse is third. Altea, Ugo Drugo, Taki, La Femme Terrible, Melgina, Sesi Bordo, Never Too Late in the top 10.
Yes, about Sentinel, we want to mention again that they have a great coach as David Ullman. If you have time, maybe tomorrow, Sunday, please go to enjoy our 15 minutes interview that you find on YouTube socials of the International Melges 24 class, of also the Facebook page of Yacht Club Adriaco. We had a very pleasant interview both together with them, with David Ullman, coach of Sentinel, and Vince Brun, coach of Dark Horse. We enjoyed them talking about this championship, their career, about the Melges 24 class in general, and also about the Olympic Games. So if you have time, it's a nice 15 minutes to listen, and then after them we had with here Nigel Young, also the man who participated in most number of Melges 24 championship. Also Mauro, you that follow so close the Melges 24 class, how good it is for the class to have a president, Laura Grondin, that is also a very competitive sailor on the water.
It's really important because she is enjoying all the top events of the class. She is really well focused both on the technical side than on the sociality of the class, because Melges 24 is class that has some really great racing out on the water, and as soon as they are in, there is a lot of family affairs going forward with big friendship on the dock and some great social moment to spend together, like it will be tonight here at 6:30 for the prize giving of the event.
Yes, now on this screen we were watching a 778 Taki 4 followed by Never Too Late, while our media crew is going to the windward mark. We just can switch for 1 second to our studio, because we have here with us, you know that you are live on Piazza Unità big screen. Hello, Piret. And you know, I don't know your family name, surname. Piret?
Salmisto.
Cemetery.
Salmisto.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat it. Sorry about that. From Estonia, you are a very kind and nice person. I've been following with you also a couple of years ago in Sistiana, the sport boat world championship.
European Championship.
European, sorry, you're very precise. My God, sorry if I was I had mistake. And you always bring us also nice candies from Estonia. But Mauro can tell us the real reason why you are here, what you have to do with the International Melges 24 class.
So, Piret, you are inside of the class. We each know each other from at least 15 years. You are inside of the class.
Let's say I started with the Estonian and Finnish fleet in 2006, and then we hosted the Worlds in Tallinn at my home yacht club in 2010, and then I got invited to join the international class in 2013. So it makes 12 years, right?
Good. So as soon as your arrival in the class started something really, really important, and you have your paper in the end, so you can go explaining to us something more regarding the Melges 24 European Sailing Series. They will end up today. This is the last event valid for the 2025 series.
Yes, indeed. That was the series initiated by the International Melges 24 class board. Back then, the president of the class was Riccardo Simoneschi, so that was the series, bringing the big events to the different parts of the Europe. So basically, the format which we know now, with 10 events across the Europe, was with a smaller number when we started. So it was like 5 or 6 events across Europe. So we also traveled a lot, but at some point teams started to travel less, and we kept the series more in the south, here in Italy and different other places here. And but for now, yes, we have made this series already for 12 years, and we have remarkable number of winners, both in overall and Corinthian divisions. So I think it's been a really great way to keep this class, really.
Especially, Pire, because you were talking about overall and Corinthian, but sometimes Corinthian were the winner of the overall ranking.
Yes, I think the truth is that at some point the professional teams cannot maybe travel that much to all those events, and instead some Corinthian teams make these efforts to go to everywhere. And probably this is also the reason why they are making so well also in that year. So now you are just seeing 694, which used to be Jill race team, but it's now Zyke race team led by or owned by Miles Quinton, and where the helm is Geoff Garveth, also the world champion in SP20 class. So they have become the winner of the series. Let me just check. I think 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. So basically, they have been winning this series also in overall.
Piret, look at this. We have Vertigo. that
Oh,
is
wow.
not one of the favorite boat that is now leading the pack during the upwind of the race number 5. What can you talk to us about the Vertigo boat,
Yeah,
Yasmin?
you just told us that Corinthian teams can be really good ones. So Vertigo is exactly the example here. Antonio Masoli is the owner of the boat. He has been really strong during the last few years. So I'm happy to see that he's the local boat coming from here, and probably knows the tricks of the place maybe better. Who knows? But definitely he's a great sailor and with a great team. So yeah, good to see that he's leading a pack.
In the meantime, let's say that the wind is really, really very steady in direction today. It is still blowing direction 070 period. You said before that you travel a lot for the work that you do. You've seen many places. How do you like Trieste Yacht Club Adriaco? If you don't like it, you can say it openly. You don't have to say
No,
that you like it.
I don't need to pretend anything because really that's amazing event here. I think many sailors came to me to say that, believe me, the ones here in Europe, so they told that this is really the best hosted event in the recent years. So even the ones who have been being in the class for like 11 years. So, and also me personally, I used to travel a lot to Porto Roche, where we have a lot of our events since, like 2014, even earlier. So this is always the hub where I come with the airport,
Yes.
with the plane, because that's the best airport for Porto Roche. So I've been staying in this city for many times, and I just love the ambience here. So
Then let's say also clearly, no problem to say it. I mean, I can see it. I can say it with no fear that if something doesn't go very well on the water, like the wind lacking or missing. If the organization on land is a good organization, it's much better. Can you imagine an event where there is no wind, the race committee is bad, and then the welcome and the hospitality on land is also bad? It happened many times. We know it. Then it's really a nightmare. At least ashore, the crews were very, very happy at the end of the day.
yeah, I am totally agree, because I can tell you after this week here, these people here in this club are just amazing. Starting from the people in the marina, always so helpful, coming here 6 o'clock in the morning to launch the boats when necessary. There are all the restaurant crew and bartenders. They are just so nice to us.
Then, if we switch nice words from you, period, to the tracking, we mentioned it many times before. We can see on the tracking there is Mark 1, Mark 2, and then you can see Orange 1 and Orange 2. So this is just a technical bracket. We mentioned many times that the first beat is longer than the second. So it's okay like this. The boats are now going to the Mark 1 and Mark 2. Federico Boico up there. No. Zoom a little bit out, please, Federico Boico. Exactly. So you see the boats are now going to Mark 1, then Mark 2 is the offset. Generally, it is 150 meters distance between Mark 1 and Mark 2, which is the offset. And then little bit below, you saw Orange 1, Orange 2. It's the gate for the second beat. So if now on the screen you see those orange marks, don't get confused and don't ask yourself why they are not turning them, because those are the marks for the second beat. Mauro, I see you that you want to say something.
I'm just looking the fleet. I was trying to retrieve some information regarding Vertigo. They are leading the pack. They are Corinthian. They are 12 in the overall ranking with the scoreline like 19-17, 19-12. So they are doing some great job to keep the position. It means that they can sail fast on the water. The boat is owned by Antonio Masoli, on board Andrea Micalli, Luca Davidovic, Luca Parmigiani, Mario Bellanova. They are sailing on behalf of Società Velica di Barcola in Grignano.
Piret, we have 2 minutes before going live on the mark rounding. The class is giving pretty much importance to the Corinthian title, right?
Yeah, that's been our way to recognize also those ones who are not professional ones. So we are happy to do that and just recognize more sailors, you know. And however, I can admit, like Mauro already said before, that those ones, nevertheless, they are Corinthians, but they can still fight for the top positions. You know, there are many times happened that, you know, they are either third or on second position, also in the overall podiums, also on the title event. So that's good to see.
So this is a very interesting situation now because Vertigo is approaching Mark 1 on port tax. Nika, placed in 7-8 position, is coming from the right with starboard tack. Vertigo needs to have this gap over the following boats, because arriving at Mark 1 on port tack, then it's scary, because then you have to give right away. There is a shift, a wind shift on the left. You could see by the tail on the tracking of the boat, the wind shifted some 5 degrees on the left. We are expecting Vertigo to tack very soon. Vertigo is then you can see the weather mark, so Vertigo is tacking right now. And yeah, so we have Vertigo is the leading crew of race number 5. How are you surprised, Mauro, about Vertigo being first, or it is something that can easily happen?
No, it can happen to have an unknown boat leading the race. I mean, Vertigo is not unknown, but someone that is not fighting for the overall success. It's the great spot for the Melges 24 class to have a not professional crew leading one of the race of the worlds. But behind Vertigo, big names are coming out. Dark Horse is second, Nefeli from Germany third, Melgina fourth, and we are listening Melgina a lot in the top position of this World Championship. Then Nika, La Femme Terrible, Mauro Brescacin, Taki 4, Gamecock, Dark Energy, looking for better results to go improving the redress, and Rasiaren.
Yes, I don't think that Sentinel is pretty much happy about their position now. If they want to get rid of the 10th daily result they had on the second race, they have to do, of course, better than that. And at the moment, sorry about it, they are in 12th position. So Sentinel has to push. Let's see if they have a better speed during the downwind leg. Their worst result in the series until now, it's the 10th place, and then they did very well in the other 3 races because they were first, fourth, and then again first. I don't see even Stramba Papa in the first position. Stramba Papa is in 15th position, but watch out, Stramba Papa is a little bit like Djokovic in the tennis. Djokovic often loses the first 2 sets, then goes to win the match. Stramba Papa, we understood it's not very good during the first beat, but they can really come back in a very fast way. Stramba Papa and Sentinel are the first two both of the general standings still without discard. I'm pretty sure they're going to push to do much better than that. Also, because Stramba Papa has a fifth place as a worst result, could be very gold for them to discard a fifth, but at the moment they are 10 position behind their worst result.
So, Michele Poletti seems to be a little bit in trouble, but they have the experience to go recovering. We saw the same also during the previous races. Wind is a little bit dropping, but we still have good pressure on the race course. Both are sailing in double digit. Down to the race course right now. Dark Horse by Kyler Morris is indicated as first, with Nefelli resisting in the wake and Vertigo dropping in position number 3.
No problem.
Then Melgina, Nika, Dark Energy, Raziaren all the time in the top position, and we are missing from the leading pack right now both Zyke Race Team and Mataran 24 that are fighting for the overall success in the Corinthian division.
Yes, again, wind shift on the left between 7 to 8 degrees. Wind direction, it's now 62.5. It is something that happened also in the first race of the day, fourth race of the general schedule. So the crews have learned to deal with this kind of wind shift. I always like to see when somebody takes a different position from all the others, and this is the case, for example, of White Room and Ela, position between 25th and 30th position, that they are going on the right side of the course, looking of course the course, but let's say on their left, but it is the right side of the course. Now also the boats they went completely on the right. Yes, well done, Federico Boico. Those are White Room and
Michael
then
Tarabocchia.
Marco Tarabocchi, exactly. They were the first boats to move at the center of the race course, or let's say on maybe going even to the left. And now it is something that also Vertigo, Nefelli and Dark Horse did. They jibed well before reaching the ley line on the left of the race course, or let's say on the right of their route. So we have a nice image now from for Raffica. And so these three boats, Nefelli, Dark Horse and Vertigo, are watching each other. They are very close to each other. They are the first three boats in the fleet of the fifth race of the general schedule.
Italy 8-1, Davide Rapot is coming from Trieste, is representing Società Triestina Sport del Mare with Simone Viduli, Stefano Krisic, Massimiliano Palmisano, Giovanni Colnago. They are lying in position number 26 in the overall ranking, while looking at our trekking boat now sailing packed, the top three boat. Nefelli is leading the pack with Dark Horse and Vertigo on the wake, while on the other side of race course you were mentioning White Room, owned by the Tarabocchia family. Michael Tarabocchia is a component of the board of the International Melges 24 Class Association. They are gaining position and they are now jibing, trying to cross the race course.
Alberto Lucchi, drone pilot for our live streaming in this Melges 24 World Championship. If you arrive and stop with your when you will arrive and stop we arrive. If you can send us the wind speed at the leeward gate would be very interesting. If you can do it, that would be another detail to give for our live streaming this
Andrea,
morning. Yes.
We have a pilot that want to say something to us regarding Mr. Rapotes.
Yes, because you were just we had them here just on the screen, so I would love to give a lot of credits to David because he has been the one to sort of be the initiator of the fleet here in Trieste area, because he was the first one to buy the boat. It was long time ago to that area, and he was really good to convince people how good this boat is. And believe me, the fleet here in Trieste is the biggest one in Italy.
Wow.
And this is a lot due to the Davide's efforts and the way how he can convince and involve people. So that's also one of the reasons why we came here, because of the big fleet what is already here nearby. So yeah, thank you, David, and it's really great job what you have been doing here.
One of the big news of the last years for the International Melges 24 Class Association was the growing up of the Croatian fleet. How many boats they are now having in Croatia? They won the Europeans. They have top teams.
Yeah, there is another great initiator also who was starting the class in Croatia. We had for a long time the bow number 006 sailing there just alone from Croatia, and then there was Filip Jurisic, current Olympian sailor in the laser class. So he was the one to buy the boat as well, and was really great and good enough to involve the Croatian class. But moreover, there they were lucky in a way that since Croatia missed one design fleet on that level, then they were lucky enough to involve the sailors like the past America's Cup sailors, the past Olympians. So if you look at the list of the Croatian sailors, they are really the top guys there.
Very exciting race at the head of the fleet with Nefeli, Dark Horse and Vertigo approaching, arriving, going around the leeward gate for the first time. So now they start the second beat, going to the second, let's call it gate. I mean, it's not a gate, but the second upwind mark, and then they will go to the finish line. Yes, we have the tracking now. We lost also Ettore Spezza's video. So at the moment we don't have. We are doing this live streaming commentary. We have this live commentary only with the tracking, but we are happy to have it. There are some technical issues on our boat. I explain it because it's good that who's following us and maybe they're at home and asking themselves why we are not showing videos. It's not because we don't want to, but sometimes it happens to have some technical issues. Fortunately, we also have meta sail tracking, and from where we can see that Vertigo is the first one of the three boats leading the fleet to take the decision to tack and to go at the center of the race course, while wind direction is still 62.5 degrees. So Vertigo tacked again. Wow, maybe they didn't like that decision, but Dark Horse now tacked, so it is a very tactical and strategical, interesting race.
On board of Dark Horse, we have one of the most appreciated tactician in the last years among the one design classes. I'm talking about Manu Vader. He took the decision to tack while Vertigo returned to sail toward the left side of the race course. We have to mention also Panic. This is one of the first time that Panic is on our mouths during this world. Panic is the boat of Luca Shangulin, 13 overall, sailing on board with Tomislav Basic, a great expert of match racing and more overall a really good sailor coming from Croatia. Again, position number 5 for the leader of the ranking, Sentinel, in 6th position, Melgina, Dark Energy in 7th. Taki is 8th, Nika Nintz, Raziara in 10. But I was looking until a few seconds ago in the top 10, also the name of Stramba Papa. So it means now we have Nintz, Stramba Papa. Now it means that Michele Paoletti is recovering.
So finger crossed, our technical issues on the echo. I didn't have to say it. They seemed to be over. Yes, they are over. Come on. And so we can go back also to show you some video images. Now let's see if Alberto Lucchi, that solved the problem, technically supported here by director Federico Boico, if he has 10 seconds of time to measure also the wind speed. We were a little bit worried after the finish of the first race when we saw that the wind was decreasing and in fact, it decreased a bit. It is a lighter wind than the first race today when we measured gusts also reaching 30 knots. We had a stable 16 knots wind speed. Anyway, we had gusts over 20. Then the start of the second race today was given with a wind of 12 to 14 knots, but at the moment it seems to be a stable situation both in speed and direction for the wind. So what do you think, Mauro? Can we hope even for a third race today? That would be really great, eh?
Out of the mic, I was talking with the Pirate regarding the fact that I think that we will have another race. It's also true that looking at the boat that are sailing toward the right side of the race course, they can keep to sailing so deep because they had some wind shift that make them, that oblige them to return to tack and go sailing toward the left side of the race course. So we have right now some kind of wind shifts. The wind is decreasing, but we still have really good wind condition. Both are sailing up wind more than 6 knots with Nefeli leading the pack. Nefeli is owned by Peter Carey, sailing along with Alessandro Franci as team manager. He is really experienced. Then Niccolo Bianchi, Saverio Cigliano, under my point of view, one of the best bowmen that we have all around the international scene, and the top sailor coming from Slovenia, Carlo Meliak. He went inside 3 different editions of the Olympics.
Okay, now what we see is our media rib going fast on the second weather mark, so please provide us wind speed at the wind mark as soon as you can. I'm talking now to our crew, the other part of the team working on this live stream, Ettore Spezza providing us images from the water level, Alberto Lucchi pilot drone. Today we are not using the drone. Can we say it, Mauro? I mean, I think that it's news that they like at home that we already lost one drone this week. It went. It is at the bottom of the sea here in the Gulf of Trieste.
Issue that happens, but Alberto Lucchi was smiling at the end of the day. He told us, I will have a brand new one, and then the day after we were still flying. But now he has plenty of battery, you know, because we have no more the drone. You have your remote in the end and plenty of batteries, so you will need a new one. And he was telling us, guys, I have 6 batteries. We can cover everything. And right now, the important thing to tell is that Nefeli is leading the pack with Dark Horse trailing them, and Vertigo in 3rd position. Piret, out of the record, was telling to me, Mauro, we need absolutely a 6th race, because I was underlining to Piret the results of Peter Carey, that is now leading the pack. You have to know, Andrea, that Peter Carey is 10th, but he has in the score line a 6, a 4, a 37, and a 7. Winning this race, he can go discarding 37 and will jump like a crazy guy, I think, like in the podium positions.
If they finish first, they would have 18 points, 8 points. If the Sentinel keeps the 10 points, will go to 16. Yes, of course. That's why we want the 5th race, because with the 5th race, then we will have a nicer, more reliable ranking to talk on about. Let me see from the ranking. Sentinel, but Sentinel now is in 5th. Position, so Sentinel is doing really.
Nefeli made for sure the Libau on Dark Horse, obliging them to go tacking and going toward the right side of the race course.
That's really interesting. That's match racing, while Stramba Papa this time is not able to come back. They are stuck in the positions between 10 and 20. They were 15 at the weather mark, and now they are 17. So Stramba Papa, it's going. It's not a good race for them. Anyway, they are going to maybe discard the result of this race, so they have 3 5th and 1 4th. They would have anyway a very interesting 19 net points if they are going to discard the result in this race. So Nefeli first position, Dark Horse, and then we have Vertigo, followed by Panic, Sentinel, Taki 4, Dark Energy, Sesibordo, Melgina, Nika. These are the first 10 boats of the fleet.
I want to steal a little bit the job on the social media, because Piret is multi-tool. She is also working on the social of the International Melges 24 Class Association, making say to Francesco Ivaldi and Mariana Matteotti from the Italian class, happy birthday, guys. Today is the birthday of both of them. This is something that is making also the family of the Melges 24 Class Association. Dark Horse leading the pack. They were obliging by Nefeli to go tacking and go sailing toward the right side of the race course. In this moment, Dark Horse has some meters of margin on Nefeli. Vertigo is safely in position number 3, because we have some margin between the 2 leader boat and the 4th in the ranking. The 4th in the ranking is Panic, coming from Croatia, owned by Piret was pointing out this, Luka Shangolin, that is the president of the Croatian Melges 24 Class Association. Good job also for Melgina, all the time in the top 10.
Yes, the wind is going back to 70 degrees, so here close to the upwind mark. We have again a little shift to the right. Oh, thank you very much, Alberto Lucchi. So we have 10 knots of wind with gusts to 15. So the wind lowered, the wind speed lowered still a little bit if we compared to the start. Alberto Lucchi measured now the wind almost at the weather mark at the end of the second bit. 10 knots is still a good wind speed. It will allow us to see for sure the finish of race number 5 of the general schedule. It's 5 minutes to 11 a.m. Here in the Gulf of Trieste. We started very early, or let's say early, this morning to have 5 races raced, and that's we are reaching our goal. The race committee is reaching the goal to have 5 races. Yes, the graphics show a wind speed that is decreasing for the chances to have a 5th race. I would say 50-50, and maybe we can have, while I organize it, a call with somebody, Bailo, on the race committee.
Meanwhile, it's time to going to mention the people working on the race committee boat. Thanks to Piret, we have here all the list, and so many thanks, guys, to who is working really hard to deliver this great event under the point of view of the technical organization. So we have to give credit to the president of the race committee, the PRO Giancarlo Crevati, then Roberto Sponza, Giuseppe Cusimano, Davide Favretto, Walter Zugna, Davide Bartoli, the class coordinator.
So Mauro Bailo, again, sport director of Yacht Club Adriaco. You are on the race committee boat. We are trying to understand, we are following, of course, this race. We have a wind speed, for what I understand, of 10 knots at the weather mark. What are you talking about on the race committee? Are we going to see another race today or not?
Yes, sure, guys. We are gonna thinking and planning how to do a new race. Surely it will be shorter the first leg. We will maybe use the actual Charlie Windward mark. Yes, surely for the first race of the day, and why not for the fourth? We have to check about the Bora condition. We are lucky right now, because there was a completely different forecast for today. Theoretically, at past 10 maximum, it would blow down and getting from west. But this is passing from extraordinary day of Bora to an ordinary day of Bora. So could be feasible to have a first race for 4 race for the day. So let's see.
Okay, Mauro Bailo, we thank you very much. Now we are going to follow the boat rounding the gate. Maybe we will have another update with you later on. At the moment, thank you very much for the information that you gave us. Ciao, ci sentiamo più tardi. Thank you very much. And we follow now the top of the fleet reaching the weather mark for the second time.
It happened that we were talking you during the live that Nefelli was bouncing back Dark Horse toward the right side of the race course, doing a leave-out on them. At the end, Dark Horse was right, and they are now leading the race at the second top mark. Dark Horse by Kyler Morris is one of the brand new boat sailing in the class. He got the boat past year in split 870 Nefelin is trailing them. Vertigo is resisting, and looking the fact that we have no Mataran and no Zycrace team in the top position, it could be that Vertigo is going closer to the leading boat of the Corinthian. We have to remember they are also Corinthian.
Yes, so for the general standing, Sentinel in sixth position is doing not bad. The same thing we cannot say it for Stramba Papa, but they have a very interesting series. I mean, their worst result is a fifth place, so it's also hard to make better than that every time. So this is the rounding you are watching right now. If you are started to follow the live streaming right now, you are watching the rounding of the second windward gate of race number 2 today, fifth race of the general schedule. Sometimes we have to recap and tell people where we are when we are.
So guys, we have just listened from the sport director of Yacht Club Adriaco that this will not be the last race of the world, so we can be relaxed, we can go collecting results as soon as the race is over and going to understand what is going to happen for the third race of the day. Maybe the last one, because if Deborah will keep forward blowing, we for sure will have a fourth race. But we will be more than happy just with 5 races. Can you imagine, Andrea, to have another one today? It will be a great show.
Yes, 6, 3, 6, it was Foxy Dry. Now we have 6, 8, 9. Here we have it. Stramba, Papa, Michele Pauletti, wife Giovanna Micol, Giulia Pignolo, 3 guys from Trieste that also sailed in the Olympic Games. Then we see with Sesibordo, Croatia, 5-1-7. Yes, let's stay a little bit on Stramba Papa until we can. This is the boat in second position. After 4 races, they are pushing hard. They have to do a miracle if they don't want to discard this race. But I mean, they have a beautiful series. They have a constant race. Stramba Papa has a constant series. We see the other boats that have several firsts, but then they maybe have a 10th place, like the case of Sentinel. Stramba Papa has 5 positions and 1/4. I mean, it's a very constant race. Maybe they need the peak, because if they do a race better than fifth, then they can discard a fifth, which is not bad when you have the possibility to discard a fifth place in the general standing. But this is not the case for them, as they are now in 14th. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's that they finish a better position than fifth today in this race. It's quite impossible. 8-4-1 Gamecock.
While returning on Pauletti boat, it's really interesting the fact that they are sailing with a crew of really good friends. They are friends from more than 20 years, and the crew is composed by Michele Pauletti, Giovanna Micol and Giulia Pignolo. All 3 of them went to the Olympics in the past. Michele Pauletti is one of the most complete Italian sailors. Then Davide Bivi and Pietro Perelli completing this boat, this crew coming from Trieste. They are representing, guys, 3 different yacht club and not the Yacht Club Adriaco. I mean, Yacht Club Adriaco is one of the yacht club, but just to understand something about how it works here in Trieste, it's plenty of yacht club. We have Società Velica di Barcola e Grignano for Michele Pauletti, Giovanna Micol, the wife, is representing Società Nautica Pietas Giulia, Davide Bivi, Società Velica Oscar Kosulic.
Federico Boico, please switch on the tracking because at the moment we have the rib trying to reach the finish line so that we can see what I think it will be a very exciting finish line between Dark Horse and Nefeli. I mean, on the tracking, they look pretty close, so the images from the camera were less interesting at the moment compared to the one of the tracking, but it is because our rib is flying to the finish line, and then we hope to give you right images. Spirit, you were saying something.
Yes, in fact, I was giving this comment to Mauro because he was giving a great overview about Stramba Papa team, but just to underline the female teams or female sailors, then Giovanna Micol.
Sorry to interrupt
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
This is
The
Nefeli.
moment.
These are the first two boats, so it's interesting to watch. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, maybe Mauro, you
Beautiful.
can
Yeah,
go forward.
Piret was remembering me that Giovanna Micol was also with Luna Rossa Pastir winning the Women America's Cup. Here, Germany 673. We have Peter Carey with Nefeli sailing at full speed toward the finish line with Dark Horse so close to them.
No, really. Now, big credit to our media crew, the rib that is providing us. Look, this is beautiful. This is huge work by Stefano Bareggi, Ettore Spezza. I'm really excited to see these images. Great job from you guys on the water. This is the neck-to-neck fight between Nefeli and Dark Horse. Dark Horse is a USA 870 and Nefeli is Germany 673. Here we have really, questo è un panino con la mortadella, lo stracchino, c'è tutto qua ragazzi, un grande applauso. Really, I'm very excited to see this image of the first two boats fighting for a victory in race number 5, second race of the day. Who is going to jibe first? Let's stay like this.
They are not so far away.
Here it goes. Dark Horse is the first one to jibe. Sorry, Mauro, what did you want to say?
That we can see also the race committee boat, the white boat on the back of these images are the race committee boat. We can also see the mark of the finish line. Good job by the crew of Nefeli. They took time to go jibing. They are now defending their own position. They are between the opponent and the finish line, so it will be hard for Dark Horses to go overlapping the opponent, but this is not a match race, this is a fleet race, so having 2 points is a great result for the crew of Kyler Morris. Looking at this footage, it seems that they can go jibing and they can go crossing in front of Germany 673, but the truth is that the finish line is more on the side of Germany 673.
Yes, it is a great result. Dark Horse, the team from United States, there is a battle of jibes, very exciting. Dark Horse is a USA team coached by Vince Prun. They will get rid of their worst position until now. They are very happy on Nefeli right now. Nefeli won this race ahead of Dark Horse coached by Vince Brun. So Nefeli gets rid of the bad 37 position. So 6, 4, 10, 17. They will have 18 points net now on the general schedule, while Dark Horse will have 16, will have 18 points as well. Other boats are arriving. Thank you very much, Federico Boico. This was Vertigo 730, and then we have 809 long shot, or maybe it was Foxy Dry. Sorry, I didn't see well the number, and we are waiting for Sentinel USA 856. Let's see who is crossing now the finish line. It's impossible to read the numbers against the light. We should suggest Sentinel and Melgina, and then Taki 4. We should suggest our rib to stay on the other side of the finish line with the light at the back.
Sentinel went fifth in this race, so I'm doing the calculation to understand what is going to happen in the overall ranking.
Yes, so let's recap a little bit. We saw an excellent finish between Nefeli and Dark Horse, with Nefeli crossing the finish line half boat ahead of Dark Horse. Now on the finish line we have Dark Energy, followed by Foxy Dry, and then we have Rajaren and Stramba Papa. Stramba Papa had a great comeback, but finished 12. Stramba Papa is going to throw away the 12th position now, so it will stay at 19 points. Oh my God, Mauro, I'm not doing the calculation. You are doing it.
Yes.
I think that we are a very short ranking. More or less, we have a lot of boats between 18, 19 points. Maybe, no, yes, Sentinel, I think it's taking a huge step ahead.
Yes, Andrea, you are correct. Sentinel is having a huge leap toward the overall success. Still to race, but 11 points in the overall ranking for Geofargo Sentinel, sailing along with Jackson Benvenuti, Patrick Wilson, Hayden Stapleton, and Alec Anderson. Then we have in position number second a couple of boats. Let me tell you that I still have to understand how it works, the redress of Laura Grodin, and went 10th in this race. But under my point of view, with 18 points, we have Kyler Morris, Dark Horse, sharing the second position along with Peter Kerry Nefeli, going on 19 points. Michele Paoletti, so he's now a little bit just 1 point far away from the podium. Then Paolo Brescia with 22 points.
So the great news are mainly two, Mauro. We have now standing with a discard. We will wait, of course, for the official ranking, overall ranking provided us by the organization, and of course at the beginning of the live streaming of the third race today, we will give you the official ranking. So I already spoiled the second great news of today, is that we will have a third race today. I think they will hurry up rapidly. There is a 20 minutes limit to wait to have all the boats classified, at least 20 minutes. If you arrive at the finish line, you cross the finish line later than 20 minutes from the first boat that crossed the finish line, you are disqualified. So I think that more or less in 15-20 minutes the race committee will hurry up to have the conditions to give the start of the third race. It is no secret the intention is to have 4 races today. We hope that it's not an utopia.
I'm sure that it will be not an utopia, but I try to make the calculation of Laura Grodin scoreline. It could be that Laura is between 20 and 21 points. It seems that she will be fighting for the position number 4 in the overall ranking.
So let's give a break to our crew on the water. Let's give a break to ourselves. Let's give a break to you that are watching this live stream from home, wherever you are. I'm sorry for you if you're working on Saturday, but we are working. And so let's come back live streaming for race number 3 of today. That will be the 6th race of the general schedule.
Before to say ciao to you for a few seconds, we have also to underline the position of Rasiaren, because they went ninth in the ranking. They will discard 69. They will
Good,
jump among
I'm
the
very
first.
happy. We will tell you that at the start of the 3rd race today.